Okay, so if you don't have acrylic paint, you can also make that splatter, sort of splatter look in a different way. For this way, you would need watercolor paints and a straw. And I don't have a straw, so I took the cover of a magazine and just rolled it up, and then you'll have a straw or something close enough. So you need this just so that you can kind of make the paint spread out. Okay, so once you have it rolled up, if it's real pointy, you can just take your scissors and cut the ends off, okay? And you can tape it if you want to. I'm not even gonna bother. All right, so then you just take your paint. You need to get it pretty juicy. It needs to be pretty watery. And if you don't have watercolor, you can actually also use a little bit of water. Just put a little bit of water in a bowl or a tiny little cup and add some food coloring to it. So you could do it that way too. All right, so just get your paint pretty juicy. Make a little pile of it. You can see what I'm doing there. And then aim your straw. And then, you'll get a nice splatter there, okay? So I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm going to try it with the green too. I think that would look pretty cool. So, oh, and remember, your name is going to be in the middle of this. So, like when you put your name on it, it's probably going to cover up some of that. So you want to make sure you strategically locate these on the outside of your paper. FYI, straw does work better, but this still works. Okay, so don't forget that you want your paint to be pretty watery. You want to make a nice little pile of it. And I'm actually going to scoot this over because I want to tell you one more thing. If your straw stops working or you get out of breath, you can also tip your paper. So you could do that if you wanted to. I wouldn't get too crazy with that because your colors will, start to mix together too. So, and you don't want to do too many of these. I would say sort of spread them out. Do, a couple of these around the edge of your paper. The other thing you can do is move your paper so that when you put the air on it, it goes in another direction. Okay, I'm going to try this. Okay, all right, so do a couple of those and let it dry, and then we'll be ready for the last step.